we're live. Hey everybody, it is Monday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Red Dead Redemption 2. Hope you all enjoyed the new episode. It was late. I know you guys say, well, it still came out on Monday, so it doesn't count. No, guys, there is an official release time when Atop the Fourth Wall is supposed to come out. It's Mondays at 4 p.m. Central. I picked that time. That is the time it is supposed to be released. And if I miss it, I'd feel bad about that. It's good that I got it out on Monday still, but I want it out at a certain time. On that note, joining me this evening, we've got Eliza.
Always here, and always like being here.
And for the first hour, we've got Lotus Prince.
What Eliza said.
And also, yes, Blue Beetle was a great movie. I saw it. It was good. No spoilers beyond that. I can't give any more details or whatnot beyond that because that would be spoilers. So yes. I encourage people to see it because I liked it, even if you're just waiting for it to be on streaming. Mind you, I don't know if that breaks. I don't want to break picket line. I know they released some thing for influencers for whatnot. I'm trying not to be a dick.
What they said was, don't do any reviews or anything like that gives massive free promotion to movies, but it's okay to say that you liked a movie.
Oh, fair enough.
Indeed. On
In
that
fact, they
note,
want people to still go see movies, but they don't want people to make reviews about the movies because reviews give
And obviously, I don't do proper reviews of stuff that's still in theaters.
Yes.
Danny Fenlon, when's the next episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Bridge? That'll probably be April 1st, 2099. Anyway, so we lost a bunch of people last few days, which sucks. We lost some wrestlers. We lost Bob Barker. We lost Arlene Sorkin. Just a lot of people died, and it sucks.
Bray Wyatt was a particular surprise to me. That man was a mountain, and I realized he's younger than I am. That's actually insane.
I know. Did you feel the slow creeping of age just coming in and melting away our skin?
Save it for the Halloween episode.
I just had my birthday a week and a half ago too, so I'm feeling the slow compulsion, the slow approach of middle age. Serenity M16. Do you think we'll get a Booster Gold movie now? Well, we'll see.
Well, on the plus side, in case people didn't know, today is the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers.
Yes, it is Power Rangers Day, and I've got no Power Rangers stuff to show you for it. It is officially the 30th anniversary. Sorry, I got nothing.
Quick, speedrun Killer 7 and get to Chapter 5 for the Super Sentai team. Do it.
No, we should. Clearly instead of Red Dead Redemption, we should have been playing Chroma Squad.
Yeah, Chroma Squad. I haven't personally seen the game, but I hear it's cool.
T-Lead555 question, are you still planning on moving streams to Twitch? No. I had some ambition to do that at one point, but for a few reasons we're not going to do it. I know that Twitch has changed a bunch of stuff that's made it a lot harder to monetize as their streams. We still had some coding issues we were trying to get to make all of this layout work with Twitch. And we had some and just in general, I don't really like the culture of a bunch of streaming stuff on there. It's not that it's bad. It's that stuff like raids. I can't handle raids. I don't want tons of people coming in and just spamming a thing. We're trying to have conversation with the chat, and we lose super chats if we suddenly can't find them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, depending on your own setup, I haven't seen it lately, but hate or spam raids are a thing where how a little blurb of music goes off or whatever when someone subscribes. Somebody I've seen people just send 100 bots to subscribe in a row, so it's just noise disrupting your whole thing.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with those kind of things, and people enjoy that kind of thing. I just don't think it's just not the same kind of culture I prefer to have for my kind of streaming that I do.
No. I was referring specifically to those as trolling. Raids as a concept is a good thing.
No, not just that. I mean sound alerts and whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just not the environment that I feel like I'm comfortable doing and I prefer doing. I much prefer the cozy audience we all have together here. Danny Fenlon, you're paying tribute to the Wild West Rangers episode. There you go. That's sure. We'll call that's what we're doing.
That was a good episode.
It was. It was a nonsensical one, but it was a good one. Riddle of Lightning. Linkara tried screaming at technology to make it work. Yes, I did, and it looks like it worked. I'm actually 3D printing something over there right now because I am trying. Because I got no BrandCon this weekend. It's in Wisconsin. The exact location is the Stevens Point Holiday Inn. My apologies for saying it was at. It was in the Dells. Unfortunately, it's not in the Wisconsin Dells anymore. It used to be in its previous places. It has moved to Stevens Point Holiday Inn, September 1st through 3rd. Come see me. Viga's going to be working there. And I've got new Atop the Fourth Wall pins that I'm 3D printing. Using the new version of the basically the upgraded version of the symbol that I've been working on for a bit now. Nothing too major. In fact, it just finished printing. Another one. I've been having some issues with 3D printer just because, like, the Z offset keeps fluctuating for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm bumping it. In any case, we should get to the game because this will be another occasion where I'm probably going to be like, we should end at 9:30, but it's probably not going to happen.
Whoops, the entire Caribbean island's got to happen first. Sorry.
Need me to pick you up, Linkara? You got transportation? I'm driving down there because it's only Wisconsin, so it's only like 3-4 hour drive for me. So we should get to the game. Last week on the Adventures of Tombstone McShooty, we discovered the aliens. The truth is out there, my friends, and we found them.
And it was glorious. It happened right after Lotus left, too.
Yeah. It was me. I was the aliens.
I want to believe.
Yes.
So, and from what I've heard from you guys, we're not doing... Today we're going to focus on story stuff because I don't want to have every week be the goofy stuff. There's a robot that we can find?
Yep.
Random number, guys. So what I got from that, you will either move to Twitch for your midlife crisis or 3D print a functional spaceship. I mean, I could certainly try to 3D print a functional spaceship. It's going to take a while, though. We were unable to bring Lenny back. Unfortunately, to quote The Day the Earth Stood Still, only God has the power of life and death. So, in the meantime, though, we should continue our story, because some are saying that we're actually close to the end of the main story. Whoop, I don't want to...
Yeah, I mean, they're really telegraphing your tuberculosis, so, like, it's got to pay off soon. Also, Clockwork Soul says, aliens, ghosts, vampires, time travelers, robots, this isn't the Wild West, this is the Weird West.
Yep.
I was going to say it's the Justice League Unlimited cartoon.
Also, somebody posted, it's not a search episode, somebody posted this, and it's great. In the Amalgam universe, instead of Countdown and Marvel, they got combined together into Countdown to Final Marvel.
There you go.
All right. Also, apparently, my horse could use. My guns could use some maintenance. So might as well hitch the horse up and see what I can do about that.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing in this game.
No, we haven't really needed to in a while. Where's the horse hitch?
It reminds me of like blacksmithing, like repairing your weapon in. Like, I think it was Dark Souls 3, where it's like, it's so infrequent that after several hours, you're like, oh yeah, you just kind of knock it out real quick.
Alright, we also ended last week with you losing a duel.
Oh no.
Oh, that's right, I lost the duel, I forgot about that. Let's, I don't know if we can finish that or not. Weren't we shooting off of this town? Yeah, that's probably why we lost the duel.
What can I do for you?
Alright, I'm assuming we can just customize in order to... Yeah, clean weapon. Whoop. Oh my god, why do you always do this with the stupid autosave?
Yeah, did you know that if you autosave...
I know! I know about the autosave!
You know what I'm sort of reminded of? This is going in a very different direction, but for anyone who's familiar with the Disgaea games, I think you can play a bunch of them on PC now, but I'm remembering Disgaea 2 back on PS2. In the main hub area, where you first start the game, you could talk to the little penguin-looking guys there, and you'll learn how to play the game. And in the post-game, you can unlock, like, with over the course of, like, hours, a hard version of like every level in the game, and you go to like an alternate hub world, and you could talk to the little penguin guys there and ask them how to play. But if you do, yeah, the Prennies, yep. And if you ask them like the basics of like how do you fight, how do you throw characters, they'll give you looks to be like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, how did you make it this far?" Like, it's amazing.
I love Pretty simply because they call everyone dude.
Yeah, they say like "pretty su" or whatever. They say "su" at the end of everything in Japanese, so like they made it "dude" like DOOD in English, which is amazing.
I think that's all the repair work I can do. I think we're good on bullets, but might as well see what they got.
Also, I do appreciate that multiple people in chat know that they're printies, but like, I was afraid to say printies because I don't know if people would know what that meant. But yeah,
That's
the printing guys.
That's why I waited for a lull so that way I could say pretty, so that way you could bounce off that.
Yeah, pretty dude.
Pistol cartridges,
love
reload.
Disgaea 1.
Disgaea 1 is brilliant. Disgaea 2, the protagonist didn't really do it quite as much for me, but that Land of Carnage was amazing. And I gotta say, the Dark End, like the one where it's just a screenshot, the voice acting after the credits in the Dark End for 2 is shocking.
I still love the fact that the entire plot was set off because Laharl's dad pretty much reduced himself down to a mid-boss simply because he wanted his son to get friends.
He just insists on calling him mid-boss. J Manor Productions. Maybe you can win the duel if you buy better cards.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
Also, J Manor Productions did another wonderful title card to give them all the praise.
Yeah, well done.
It was really good.
Oh, and by the way, regarding Disgaea 1, if you lose to mid-boss in your first fight with him, it cuts to, like, the credits early. It's fantastic.
Alright, was this guy the duel over here, or is that a completely different quest?
I have no idea.
Ah, screw it. We got story stuff to do.
Oh, and
Alright,
Eon's
John
asking,
Marston, we'll go see you.
Oh, good stuff. And yeah, Eon's asking about just thoughts on Disgaea 3 through 6. I don't really have them. I only really saw 1 and 2, and like I saw a little of 3, and it looked interesting. But I have the most nostalgia for Laharl, although I really do appreciate how all those Nipponichi games unlock like Laharl and Prie and like other characters. I think my favorite is Asagi, who I think her game finally exists now, but her running gag for like almost 10 years, I think, was that she was the protagonist of a game that never came out. I think it finally came out. It's like a mobile title, but it was quite fun while it lasted.
I've only played, out of the Disgaea games, I've only played 1. I also played this other one that is like a side game, but it has Laharl being a girl in it.
Huh, what is that one?
I would be against playing a Yu-Gi-Oh game at some point because someone's suggesting that. The problem is I fear a lot of backseat driving.
But yeah, what game was Laharl? I don't think I've seen Laharl show up a lot, but I don't think as a girl. What game was that?
I think it's like called Disgaea D2 or something like that.
Oh, that one. Yeah, because there's Disgaea 2, but D2 is like actually a sequel to 1, where Disgaea 2 is just a different game. So fair enough. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, look at Disgaea D2. Laharl's a girl in it, and it's great.
Okay.
And Laharl has like similar but different energy as a girl than as a guy, and it's great.
Nice. Also, by the way, like Etna's voice actor changed across Disgaea games, and both of them do a good job. But I really have nostalgia for Disgaea 1's like dry, blunt delivery. Drop dead. Just like it's fantastic.
Oddly enough, my introduction to Disgaea was not the games. It was the anime.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. I remember that being around when I was in college or something.
Yeah,
I think I did see it, but it was like a novelty, like Xenosaga, the anime. Like, remember when that existed?
One of my friends brought that into my college's anime club.
I think that anime is hard to find now, but like we had downloaded it at the time because that's all we could do when we were in college. But I watched my friend play the games.
Because I had been bringing in Cromartie High School, and we had reached the final episode of that, so we need something to replace it.
Marty is gold. And I actually saw the live action movie as well.
I own the live action movie. I own the entire series. I used to own the entire manga series of what was released here in the United States. I don't know if they ever released all of it. But.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask actually, because in the anime, they don't tell you why the protagonist got sent to this delinquent school, and I think the anime directly says like read the manga to find out.
It says read volume 1 to find out.
Yeah, and I think if memory serves, didn't he like knock over some like domino display like too early, and that's what did it?
Something like that. It's been so
really
long.
Stupid.
It's been so long since I read Cromartie. Oh god.
The opening theme of the anime is so good. It's so laid back too.
Yeah.
And it has Norio Wakamoto voicing the little robot man, and he's not yelling and being terrifying. He's just Norio Wakamoto vibing as little robot man, going like vroom,
Yes.
vroom when he's like Mechazawa Cycle or whatever. It's a riot.
Yes.
It's
All
so
I-
stupid hearing Norio Wakamoto make like little childish vehicle sounds.
Pretty groovy. If I remember correctly, there is a series of side quests you can do involving a person in the mountains you can do now. Continue in second super chat.
All right.
Well,
I don't know what,
In the mountain.
what missions you're referring to. Let's do story stuff first. Like I said,
Yeah.
the next two things we still got to do before we, which might be the Gaiden of Red Dead Redemption 2, the streams. We got to find the time traveler, and apparently there's a robot we can find, and the robot is top tier. Got to do that.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's a
break your
robot.
bounty? If you broke your bounty, you might be able to do the time traveler thing, but apparently that's like a pretty
That's a
long
story-based
quest
thing, so I
involving
gotta
you finding
finish
like
that
rock
first.
formations all over.
Arthur, how you doing? Nervous? But I've been nervous for a while. I had a lot of time to think in that jail, and I feel like I just don't know.
My favorite character from Marty, though, is Freddy.
And this plan to get us
Never
out
says a
just
word,
feels-
just Freddy.
Oh yeah, it's just like they don't call him Freddie Mercury, but you know damn well he's Freddie Mercury.
Yep, they just call him Freddy. No, Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury, just Freddy. He wears suspenders. He looks exactly like Freddie Mercury.
It always cuts to him singing, but you don't hear him because it's just like a still image.
Yep.
And Fruity Groovy continues. Depending if you do that last part of that side quest before or during post game, the ending of the side quest is different.
I love Dutch. He saved me a long time.
I don't know. We'll see. Can we sell Mika to a bounty hunter and claim he did all the bad stuff himself? Give him full blame. I'd be down for that.
Something?
I was
That'd be
gonna
great.
say, like, on one hand, it's Dutch, but on the other hand, yeah, do it.
You can
Granted, then we'd create a time paradox, apparently.
shatter.
Yeah, again, it'll be just like Metal Gear Solid 3. Like the game over screen will say Dutch is dead. You've created a time paradox.
What are you gonna do?
Ah,
I'll be okay. But
I wouldn't mind creating a time paradox.
make me
Look, you're gonna do great, John, when you get to Red Dead Redemption 1. You gotta get out of here now, though.
Imagine living life as a protagonist in a game just like this one.
But without physics on a certain anatomy of the
I was
horse.
actually going to bring that up. I seriously was going to say, like, except for that.
Dutch gave the army one final tweak on his nose.
The horses are a little different, but other than that,
Yeah. Come on. Help me with the rest of this.
Why did they spend so much time doing that?
so they could have a viral marketing article about it.
Ugh.
I bet you that's the
Um,
reason. Because nobody would notice or care.
Well, except for very, very weird people.
Yeah, I check every horse in every game I play just to see, and I'm disappointed every time. Until today.
You know there's at least one weirdo out there in the world like that.
Also, I just realized I forgot to turn off Outlook, so I gotta close that in a minute here. Actually, I can just do that right now.
Oh, and while waiting, Captain Avenger says Red Dead Redemption is now on the Switch. Now? Is it actually out? Is the remake out now? Or the remaster out now?
Yeah, it's
I
out.
knew it was coming. I didn't know it was actually out.
More enemies, more chaos.
Granted, I've been using my Switch to play Pokemon.
For Christ's sake.
I really should hook up my Switch. There's a bunch of stuff I want to play, including like the
No, not sticky
4
keys.
Xenoblade games. Just pretend you're playing Mario Party, and you'll go super fast with this.
Just be
It keeps
careful,
thinking I want to do sticky keys.
Oh yeah, I hate that. God, I hate that.
Just be careful of
forgot
any
about that.
zombies and Bigfoots you might run across, John. Arthur, you have the strangest imagination. It's that damn vampire thing all over again.
Yeah.
We'll need it.
Get the first dynamite crate.
How about the Persona games you could play on the Switch?
Are
I mean, there's 5 for sure. Can you play any other Persona game on the Switch?
This guy won.
No, Persona.
Oh, Persona. Oh, Persona, you can play 5. You can play that one side game to 5.
What's the side game to? Oh wait, Strikers.
Yeah.
Okay. And probably you could play the 3 remake when it comes out.
Yeah, and the 3 remake. And I think that's it for Persona.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it's primarily a PlayStation series. Oh, the Persona 3 Portable remake is playable on Switch? Well, damn. All right. Wait,
Totally
Persona 4
immersive
Golden on Switch?
gameplay!
Really? Oh, I forgot Golden got ported to everything. I completely forgot about that. It took them a long
Alright.
time.
Yeah, that's because...
Forever.
Yeah,
It was a Vita exclusive for a good while.
well, yeah, that's because beforehand, the reason why they're doing all these ports now is because they can, because the exclusivity deal with Sony ended.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and what a shock. Can you believe it? Turns out there's a bigger audience for Persona.
And Sega's like, wait, the exclusivity deal ended,
Got it. All right, come down.
and we're trying to get more money into Sega.
Keep making those
What?
Yakuza games, Sega. Although I
don't
will
we-
say, Ishin got nerfed a little bit, the Ishin remake.
Grab yourself a bundle from the box.
Like, a lot of people still don't realize that Sega owns Atlas.
Attach each of those bundles to the fuse.
When are you gonna report? Well, no one's gonna buy the damn thing except for like collectors. But when are you gonna report Rule of Rose, Sega/Atlas? When are you gonna do it?
On the pillars. Plant dynamite.
When is Sega gonna port Knuckles Chaotix?
No,
Seriously.
for real. Like that's like the
Seriously.
one Sonic game that's like never been ported to
Please.
anything.
Port my favorite Sonic game, Sega.
Like I don't even have a passion for Chaotix, but like, come on! Like, what are you waiting for?
Leaving money on the table.
It was my first Sonic game that
Like,
I
put it in a
owned.
collection or something.
Just give me a port of it, please.
I should go get the hand card ready. You
Some
okay?
companies just like leaving money on the table.
Go on.
And while you're at it, port other 32X stuff so you could play the best version of Virtua Fighter 1.
Oh yeah, there was some really good stuff on the 32X, even though the 32X was only around for such a short amount of time.
That one Star Wars game was legit. The Star Wars
There's-
arcade game?
yeah,
There's gotta be just some weird programming quirk about the 32X that prevents them from doing a lot of 32X stuff out there.
I wouldn't
yeah,
be
because
surprised.
almost nothing from 32X has ever been ported. There's like
Yeah.
2 games from 32X that have ever been ported.
And even then, like, was it from 32X? Because like Virtua Racing was ported to a bunch of stuff, but like 32X itself, I think, was a port.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff, the few things that they have ported from 32X were originally done in arcade too, really. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Again, Virtua Fighter. It's like how the Saturn seems to have lost most of its games. Like I heard that like Sega lost its data for a lot of the games, but you'll get stuff like Fighting Vipers because that wasn't a Saturn game at first; it was an arcade game. But like Panzer Dragoon, meanwhile, they had to just remake the game.
Yeah, and I just really want, because when I got my first Sega Genesis, it was a Sega Genesis with a 32X attached,
Mm-hmm.
and I got several games.
Oh Jesus!
Namely, I got
Good lord! Oh my god!
Frickin' sticky keys.
Also, yeah, Classic Watcher says I feel Sega teased some folks by including the Chaotix soundtrack to Origins, but not Chaotix itself. Well,
Yes.
I'm reminded, like, again, Yakuza. Like, it wasn't a Yakuza game, but it was. The Fits of the North Star game. They had, like, 1 or 2 Phantasy Star Online 2 tracks in there. This was before they finally released the damn game. That was kind of rough.
Yeah, I just had to alternate hitting another key before I hit the L, and that got it to shut up.
Fair enough.
Tombstone McShitty. Damn you, sticky keys!
Just take
Yeah,
a while to
really.
die.
And then as you're holding down the E for keys, it's like, oh, excuse me, do you want to turn off sticky keys?
Come on, son of a biscuit.
Looks like John Arthur got derailed. I was going to say, what a train wreck, but I guess the train itself was fine.
It'd be fine if not for the fact that it creates a pop-up menu above it, so I'm no longer selecting the game.
Yeah, you're pressing like yes or no on the sticky keys menu. It's such a gigantic pain.
Yep.
I don't know I still don't get why sticky keys is a thing. No one ever turns on sticky keys.
Yeah, if your keys are like that bad, you either need to clean your keyboard or get a new keyboard. Ooh, there we go. Hey, congratulations, Linkara. You did in about 20 seconds what it took an entire book to happen in For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh look, you just made Clayton Ravine!
Really think that would draw attention away from us?
I think you mean Eastwood Ravine.
True, true.
How do they even know that he died in that ravine?
Well, Doc did go back to the town.
Okay, yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Loyalty to.
What about the bridge? What bridge? Maybe the bridge collapsed on its own.
Look what that caused.
You always, like, we can't take that
The
chance.
Shinash
You
ravine,
always
that's
say that.
right.
I want to take a chance.
That's all I knew.
Or the Shonash? I can't remember. I've been rewatching. I
It
rewatched
was
that scene a
Shonash.
bunch of times. And I love it.
It was originally Shonash Ravine, then it was supposed to become Clayton Ravine, but then it becomes Eastwood Ravine.
That's great.
Space
I
is
also
warped
love
and time
the
is
twin
bendable. Do I
pine,
have
one
that on the
pine.
soundboard? Why do I have space is warped and time is bendable on the soundboard? Why not?
One of my favorite movie trilogy of all time is Back to the Future.
It's damn good. Also,
So
Cameron
good.
Type says, hey everyone, late to the party. What did I miss? Well, we just blew up a bridge, and we talked to
Yes.
John Marston.
Oh no! What an accident! Except it wasn't an accident.
Has anybody even ever watched Disney's Lone Ranger? Looking at its box office, I don't think anyone ever did.
What, the Johnny Depp one? No.
Like, seriously, it is the biggest box office bomb of all time. Well, debatable.
I was gonna say, but you know what it didn't do was bomb twice, like Morbius did.
Yeah. I mean, it and John Carter are the two biggest bombs in box office history. Flash is number
John
3.
Carter was like self-sabotage. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
It's actually a good movie, too, and that's the sad part.
We'll find out just who and what.
Imagine having a good movie that bombs because you sabotage it.
Was it that hard to call it John Carter of Mars? Like, John Carter is the most generic name in the world. Like, you don't know what to expect with a title like that.
They should have literally called it John Carter of Mars. Everyone would have known what that meant. And not only that, but they could have hyped it up so much more with that, instead of just calling it John Carter. And then the fact that Disney canceled all freaking advertisement budget for it, so it literally just got one ad.
Yeah, I saw like a commercial for it once or twice. And I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, I'm a dying.
You know, I'm reminded, did you ever play, I know the famous Spider-Man game up until the PS4 one, like, was Spider-Man 2, you know, on GameCube and PS2
Yep.
and stuff. But did you ever play Spider-Man 1?
Yes?
Because, like, every so often, I'm reminded that the actors were in that game with new lines. And I'm reminded of the Green Goblin. Like, I've been burning bridges all day. I think I'll just knock this one down.
Alright, so next story-based mission is back in Dansburg.
Yeah, Spider-Man 1 didn't introduce the technology of Spider-Man, like, webbing something to swing off of it. So you're just webbing, like, the sky. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
And yes, I know that's the reason why they avoided the of Mars, is because Mars needs moms flopped. But here's the thing.
That movie's like 100
well,
years old.
Recognizable
like, who gives a
IP
shit?
versus new IP.
Yes,
It's not the Mars part. God, executives are dumb.
Yeah,
John
Martine's,
Carter
no one even
is-
knows what Martine's mom's is anymore. Like, why would that be your concern?
yeah, unlike Mars Needs Moms, which was a children's book that most people haven't even heard of, John Carter of Mars was once the best-selling book series in the world.
Money is wasted on the rich.
Yeah.
When you fail to properly advertise, or name,
Got some frame drops.
or show any care to the second, because unfortunately Asylum made the first, adaptation of John Carter as a movie. Yeah, Asylum beat Disney to the John Carter of Mars series by 4 years. Granted, the Asylum version is so much worse.
Oh, really? Is the Asylum version worse? there's only one example I can think of. Not that I've seen many Asylum movies, but like,
Hey,
I
like
honestly forget
Sharknado.
which movies. Well, I honestly forgot which movies which. But there's like Battle L.A. and Battle for Los Angeles or something like that. One of them's the Asylum ripoff, and it was actually somewhat competent.
Yeah.
J Manor Productions, by the way, says John Carpenter's That Thing Over There. I don't know. Yep.
But yeah, I actually like Sharknado.
Sharknado 1 is alright. It's not bad, and it's novel. I genuinely enjoyed Sharknado 2.
I genuinely enjoy the entire series because I keep loving that it goes even dumber each time.
I want to say I've watched 3, or at least part of 3, and I remember, like, I vaguely remember kind of liking it, and then I didn't keep following.
And the fact that the fact before certain things that are going on currently, they announced back in February that they're doing a reboot of Sharknado.
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah, I don't care.
I am actually interested because I hope they go, like, they either try to play it straight or they go even dumber.
One thing I really did like about the end of the first movie was they did that pretentious, like, fin instead of end, but, like, it's fin, which is amazing.
The reason why nobody made a John Carter film for so long is because nobody wanted to pull the trigger on that. Everyone said it was too difficult to try and make it. So, no one did. Until the Asylum was like, oh, it's in public domain, let's make a film.
Pretty much, yeah.
On the car, we have a jokey post from Fan Story Video Studios. When's the next History of Power Rangers? Whoops, sorry, autocorrect. When's the next storyline segment coming out?
Probably going to be Halloween, unless I decide to, for the first time, cancel the Halloween segment. We'll see how things go. I should be good. It's just I haven't written the Halloween segment yet, and I've just, like, been busy trying to get a bunch of stuff ready. It's hard for me to concentrate on multiple things at once when I have a convention coming up. So like, you know, so like I've been focusing on, okay, get episodes back out on time. Good. Using that free time to work on some side stuff that needs to get done. Good. And then like, oh crap, I've got to get this written. I've got to get this done. And then it's like, oh, this is coming up. So I don't want to break my streak of every single Halloween having a storyline, but maybe this will be the year because I'm an old man. I did get some, you know, the nice thing about having the taking the extra time, I did some more editing of the next of the storyline finale of the Contest of Champions ending. So we're making progress. We're making progress.
And the Duke says, weird movie idea, a crossover of Mars Needs Moms and Mars Attacks called Mars Needs Moms or They'll Attack. Oh, Negatimi Tommy, they did the Finn thing with the Meg? Really? Like, I mean, that's still funny inherently, but, like, at this point it's been done. Come on now.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the Meg because it's a Jason Statham movie, and I have this theory of if you've seen one Jason Statham movie, you've pretty much seen them all.
Okay, see, like, I will admit that I have not seen the Meg, but my primary reason to see it is because it's a Jason Statham movie, because those are just so fun.
They're also all just the same. It's like, oh, crap, what's his name again?
No. Like, watch Crank, and I fucking dare you to tell me it's the same. Crank is like most. I know what you mean. A lot of his movies are kind of like Jason Statham kicks ass for a while.
Yeah.
My God, watch Crank, see what happens.
Zachman 92, missed opportunity. Sandman, missed opportunity. Furies, we fear no pumpkins with guns. Now, if you were a pig from a gun, we'd be terrified. But, crap, wasn't that one actor from, like, the 90s who all his movies were exactly the same except for, like, a few of them? Why can't I remember his name?
Sorry, who's for which?
I'm trying to remember this actor who in the 90s made a butt ton of movies that all pretty much were the same.
Oh no, can you name a movie?
None of them I can describe his appearance. He had a ponytail.
Steven Seagal?
That's it!
Too fast, I'm Steven Seagal.
The problem with his movies is that they all have, like, utterly forgettable names, except for, like, The Glimmer Man. That's a cool name, but, like, it's, like, Out for Justice or, like, Hard to Kill. Like, which movie's which? I don't know.
Allison's little parody narration of The Glimmer Man as Steven Seagal is where we got is the origin source of oh no, what an accident, except it wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal, he's not a bad actor, but all the movies
he
made
doesn't
in the
give
90s...
a crap enough to it, and he's also a Russian asset.
Well, I mean, there's that, but, like, if you look at his new movies, tell me again he's not like he like just clearly is dispassionate at this point in his movies. He's sitting down in most of his lines and he's just giving lines like yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Like he always has that like whispery kind of voice. He does not give a shit anymore.
Yeah. Granted, a lot of actors from the 90s just don't give a crap anymore. Like, take a look at Bruce Willis, who was, well, he's technically from the 80s, but...
Bruce Willis was suffering from dementia. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that is not caring. People thought it was not caring until they realized that he has.
I didn't know that he had dementia.
Yeah, that came out like a few months ago.
Yeah, that is not him not caring anymore.
I've left the morphine.
Damn.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is tragic. Steven Seagal actually does not care.
Yeah.
Stallone appears to still care. Schwarzenegger appears to still care. Van Damme appears to still care.
No, Van Damme made himself a joke.
They've all kind of made themselves into jokes.
Well, Van Damme made himself a joke, but like, he kind of came back.
Yeah. Van Damme likes that he made himself a joke.
You know, that's fair, but like, watch like JV, like the monologue from JVCD. That shit is real.
Yes.
But he was fun as hell as the villain of Expendables 2, where his name was Villan, and the movie credits show his name, and it's literally villain, which is the funniest shit.
Yeah. What was that? There's another actor from the 90s who was big back then that isn't around anymore.
From the 90s? Yeah, I don't know.
Not an action star this time. It was somebody who was around in comedies. I can't remember his name.
His father's a great chief. Charles and I, we
pretended to be mercenaries.
David Spade. What happened to him? I haven't seen him around in a movie time.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you do?
Not well.
I just remember his name. Whatever happened to David Spade? I think the last thing I saw him in that was recent was
wisdom with weakness.
Emperor's New Groove.
Recent than heavy quotation marks.
Yeah, heavy quotation marks. That's the last thing I think I remember seeing him in.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in many movies. Like fucking Coneheads.
Murder.
Like, what happened to David Spade?
I don't know.
Without hunting, we will starve. This is
he wasn't Hotel Transylvania. Who's he in Hotel Transylvania?
Wow, all right. Oh, got me that. Oh, you know why? Because Adam Sandler's like buddies,
Sure.
like he brings them all back, so that's fair enough.
Here's the thing: the only Adam Sandler movie I haven't watched a lot of Adam Sandler movies that came out after like 2011.
Yeah, I think I stopped at like Waterboy or Mr. Deeds or something.
I don't know what Joe Dirt is.
Joe Dirt is older, but I think he might have been the main guy.
try to stop things from getting out of hand. I guess.
Ah! Wait, he played the Invisible Man? Huh.
We can get them more horses.
Oh, there was a Joe Dirt too. You know what? You got me. I forgot about that.
Especially not with Doug.
I haven't watched the Hotel Transylvania movies in a while.
I've heard they're good, but I haven't seen them.
I like the animation, but the last time I watched it, it was solely for the animation, so I watched it with the volume off.
Oh yeah, and Syaf is making a point regarding the story here. Yeah, Eagle Flies wants to go to war with the U.S. military. His father does not. So this echoes kind of their sentiments when you first met them. But now Dutch is getting involved, so like,
Anything that gets...
Dutch will happily, go
yeah,
to
what's
war.
that? You want to fight
Look,
somebody?
I'm not unsympathetic, and I would love to help, but there are ways of doing it, and there are ways of hopefully not going to war. Because in a fight between us and the military will win! They will always win!
It's just like that old Family Guy joke. Like, you and what army? The U.S. Army?
That's a good army!
A good army.
Oh, that's a good army. You guys ever seen the original Universal Invisible Man?
Yes.
No, I've only seen little clips of, like, when he takes the bandages off, and those effects are, like...
Oh, they are solid.
Yeah, revolutionary
Even
for their
today,
time.
that looks really good.
And of course, Claude Rains is just an incredible voice and carries it so well. It's not really horror. It's science fiction, most certainly, but he gets lumped in with Universal horror monsters. But it's more of a dark comedy kind of a thing.
Sure.
Even the moon is frightened of me.
Yeah, I like that. That's like Doctor Doom talk. Like I love just goofy shit like that. It's like M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie. Like you came expecting a madman, and instead you found a god. It's like, who talks like this?
The power to enter the gold vaults of the world. They will
Yes.
pay me for my secrets. I shall create an invisible army.
It's so funny. That is the exchange rate that Britain, the Bank of England, will agree to once I have kidnapped their queen. Like,
Once I have
what?
kidnapped the
Like,
queen.
I still love the fact I love just watching that again last week.
yeah, like I couldn't be there for that because I had work, but like, my God, what a treasure.
That is literally one of my favorite movies from my childhood.
It's so fun. It's dumb as hell, and that's why I like it. The
Okay,
Duke
Dutch's
says no one
logic
can
is
see
not
the Invisible Man because
Sorry to
he's
interrupt.
invisible.
Sorry to interrupt. Dutch's logic is not entirely wrong. He thinks that since that one colonel was funding the Pinkertons against us, if we create another scandal, we can push them away. It's not necessarily bad logic, but still.
Yeah, that's going really far.
And if this goes foobar, we make it worse.
Yes. And yeah, the Duke says no one can see the Invisible Man because he's invisible. Oh, kidding. No, I heard the newer interpretation of the Invisible Man was quite good. The one from a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's also completely terrifying.
Yeah.
Got the canoes. The boat is still moored.
Good.
Oh, and they're already saying that in chat. Yeah, the 2020 movie.
But
With some
There's
amazing
one
effects work, by the way. I saw some of the behind the scenes for like the invisible effects tossing a woman around.
oh yeah. There's one thing I do have a complaint about when it comes to Street Fighter, the movie, and that is the character of T-Hawk is completely wasted. His only thing that he does in the entire movie is secure a rope.
Well, the thing with T-Hawk, like apparently nobody had fun making that movie, with the possible exception of Raul Julia. Like, I don't know if you know, but like there's a fighting game that came out after it, Street Fighter, the movie, the game, which uses the actual actors. T-Hawk isn't in that game because the actor just fucked off. He was just so done.
Yep. But that's because he was told that he was having a decent-sized role, and every single scene he had was cut.
Yeah, he does nothing. Yeah.
Like, how would you feel if every single scene that you filmed, except for one that you have a line in, was cut?
Yeah. And J Manor Production says, thoughts on the Dark Universe reveal and its quick end in one single movie? Universal so far is the best example of learning the wrong lesson. Well, yeah, you gotta plan your universe before establishing it. Like,
Which is sad, because they're the ones who came up with the concept of a cinematic universe all the way back in, like, the...
yeah, like 90 years ago.
Yep.
Oh, dear
But
God.
that's because, like, back then they did what Marvel was doing 10 years ago, which is one monster, and then they make a movie. Oh, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Like, they didn't just open by saying we're gonna do a universe. That's like,
Yep.
that's backwards.
Plus, I think they grossly overestimated the desire to see a bunch of random, people in these movies meeting up versus the monsters, which is the thing we want to see, hanging out with each other. Why was their little dark universe thing, showing a picture off a bunch of a bunch of the actors in each movie, as opposed to the monsters?
Well,
Also-
but not only that though, but like going in saying that there's going to be a universe, the Wolfman and the Invisible Man and the Frankenstein's monster meeting with each other, like. But that kind of sounds like schlock, though.
Also, the fact there's something. Professor Thorgy several years ago made a very, very good point. Nobody goes to a horror movie expecting to see big name actors. They don't expect go to a horror movie to see Tom Cruise. They expect smaller actors in a horror movie because you can save your money and budget on the smaller actors.
That's true. Like, Bela Lugosi got big after he was Dracula. Boris Karloff, I mean, he was in a lot of stuff, actually, but I think a lot of people know him as the Frankenstein monster.
Yeah.
And yeah, make it to me, Tommy. Should have cast a big name as the Mummy. Yeah, like,
Yes!
we don't go to a Mummy movie to see some, like, archaeologist looking, or a soldier guy, like, whatever.
Heck, Brendan Fraser wasn't really that big a name when he was cast in The Mummy in the 90s.
Yeah, he'd been in some stuff, but you weren't like, oh, a Brendan Fraser movie.
The biggest movies he had been in to that point were Son-in-Law,
God
And
damn it!
Encino Man.
Encino Man, and George of the Jungle. Those were his three biggest roles before.
Yeah,
The
like,
Mummy.
whatever.
One second, gotta loot some bodies.
hiring Tom Cruise to play a random archaeologist was a bad idea. I mentioned George of the Jungle.
Oh, Fedmon, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Boris Karloff was also the mummy himself. I forgot that part.
And then he did not. Then he did not stick around for. Well, he didn't stick around for the monster after the third movie.
But he'd also been some like other characters, I think, like lesser known, like just the evil doctor in some other movie, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
He wasn't.
He played a. He did come back to the Frankenstein series for House of Frankenstein, but he was not. But he was only a monster the first three.
Yep. That's when I switched from Imhotep to Karis.
And then you had Christopher Lee as Dracula, which is why in Star Wars he's Count D in Episode 2.
Count Dooku. That D and cuss sound.
You want to have.
That's a good point. I didn't think about the cuss sound.
Also, the big stars for a horror film of any kind, isn't the actors. The big get for any horror film or franchise are the directors.
Yep.
You're not going to see. Well, Freddy Krueger is known for being played by Robert Englund. You're going to see it because it was a Wes Craven movie.
I think they were going to have Dwayne Johnson as the Wolfman and Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man. I knew about Johnny Depp. I did not know about Dwayne Johnson. But they finally made the Invisible Man, and it was not Johnny Depp. But it ended up being quite good.
Okay, let's go. Over here, come on.
Like,
Oh, and Cameron Tyre. Did you know Boris Karloff was the Grinch? Was he
Yes,
the Grinch?
yep.
I thought he was the narrator.
well,
The Grinch.
technically he plays the narrator and voices the Grinch.
Oh. And Speaks Too Soon says, my boat.
My boat. Where's my boat button? Oh, the stamina on this poor horse. Let's see. Horse stimulant.
Sometimes you can have a big name actor or actress in a horror franchise, but you usually stick to lower,
Horse
but
stimulant.
to like the B-list stars, so you can save the money for the effects, because it's the director, the effects work that makes horror movies shine.
Yeah, the freaking Invisible Man, like, again. And even the Wolfman with, like, the applying the makeup very slowly over time. It looks a bit jank now, but, like, it's not bad even today, and it was amazing then.
Yep.
I mean, nothing is ever going to top an American Werewolf in London, though. Holy shit.
And they wasted all their budget in the Mummy film with Tom Cruise on Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise is the highest paid actor.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And I don't just mean like in that film, I mean he is legitimately the highest paid actor.
Oh, yeah, Mega Timmy Tommy. I like Nick Cage and Renfield. There were a little bit where he got a little hammy and, like, not in the fun Nick Cage way, but overall, I like that movie quite a bit. He was legitimately, like, intimidating, even outside of being Dracula.
Also, Nick Cage may be a very well-known actor, but he's also a very cheap actor.
Oh, he'll be in a big-budget movie, he'll be in a no-budget movie, like, whatever, man.
I like making movies, Jerry.
Exactly! He just likes making movies. You can offer him $20 and he'd probably be in a movie for you.
Yeah,
there's
he's
also
spoken
one
before
scene
that
for
he
you.
that he loves the idea of someone flipping through channels and it being like, oh man, a Nick Cage movie is on. He's just that kind of actor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes he's like appeared in crap. We had Nick Cage movie night for a while. For our movie night, and we saw lots of good stuff, but also lots of crap where he clearly was just like not given anything to work with. There's a movie that always comes to mind called Rage, where
that one.
Oh, that's a good one. That
no,
was
it isn't. That one sucks.
Am I thinking the right movie? Was that the Crucible, but with guns?
I'll speak with him.
No, it's just like it's just one of those I have get revenge for home invasion thing, and it was just so generic and bad, and he never rages. He never rages in a movie called Rage.
But that movie was the Crucible. I legitimately like that movie. It's a modern Crucible. These kids fucked everything up, and now look what you've gone and done.
Yeah, but he never rages. He doesn't get pissed off. He doesn't unleash the cage. He barely cares.
Well, you know what kind of unleashes the cage is when he gets his old buddies back and they start getting their revenge, and he insists on like everyone's gunfighting, and he insists on only using knives and like swinging and throwing the knives. That felt like a Nick Cage decision.
My favorite Nick Cage movie in the recent years, though, has got to be that one that's literally just the Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Nick Cage.
Oh,
I still want to see
Wonderland.
that Willy's Wonderland.
It is so great. He doesn't talk at all, and it's amazing.
Drive Angry
Oh,
is
and-
great. What is wrong?
Oh,
with
and Make It Timmy Tommy's mentioning Drive Anger with Cage. That movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah, Drive Angry is phenomenal.
Oh, and by
Also-
the way, Linkara-AtopTheFourthWall is saying, be sure to press talk when you're on your mission with Rain Falls. It reveals a part of Arthur's backstory.
I don't care that much, but noted.
Okay. But yeah, Drive Angry is so good.
Drive Angry is amazing, and apparently started life as a Ghost Rider 3.
I can believe that. I just like you stole like the super god killer weapon from hell. How did you do it? I just walked in and took it. Wait, what?
I really need to watch more Nick Cage movies. I love Nick Cage so much.
And he's got some good stuff. I need to see his classic stuff like Con Air.
Con Air
Con
is
Air
great.
is amazing. However, Snake Eyes I consider the most boring Nick Cage movie.
Leaving L.A. is the dramatic one that he won an Oscar for, and it's mostly just depressing.
I heard that
early
Pig
Nick Cage
was
is
also
also
really
fun
good.
for Rumblefish, where he's like plays a small role. Birdie has the most amazing ending to any movie I've ever seen, like a complete troll of an ending.
Well, you want to know the most amazing movie ending I've ever seen? Like this is very much a rated R movie. Like not safe to stream, but I recommend the movie Dead or Alive, and I don't mean the video game movie. I mean like the Takashi Miike movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
If anybody in chat knows, don't say it. But that ending it makes the movie.
Yeah. Okay, here.
Yeah, Vampire's Kiss. That movie's pretty legendary.
Vampire's
that's like,
Kiss, yep,
like
that was
camp,
that's great just because that is him in full Cage mode.
where he
What?
goes through the
He
entire
opened the
ABCs. Well, Deadfall is also full Cage, but he's only in like half the movie.
Yep, Deadfall
What?
is also a good one.
While I like the Nick Cage Ghost Rider movies, I hope Nick Cage isn't the Ghost Rider in the main MCU universe.
He's
But
not
I
going to
do
be. He said he's not really interested in being in the MCU, which is surprising because he's a comic fan.
Matchstick Man is like a legit good movie, and I read the book. It's a good book too.
But I would like to see have him have a cameo in Deadpool 3.
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, remember when we did Marvel Knights? That was weird, and then just cut back to the movie. It's just like in Deadpool 2 when they cut to the X-Men First Class actors for like a second. Like, just do that. Remember Marvel Knights? No? Okay.
Like, that would be such a great little, like, minor hint. Just like him just showing up looking around like, what? And then pulling away from him.
Oh yeah, I still need to watch The Color Out of Space. That looks like, or well, I mean, I read the story. Like, that just sounds amazing. And I mentioned it for a second earlier, but Pig is apparently like a legit movie. Like Nick Cage is a very understated performance. It's not like an ass-kicking movie, but it's just like it's a good movie, and it shows that Nick Cage can act. Like it's not just ham.
ZachMat92, yes, there was a Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon anymore to the
Not anymore.
MCU.
Plus, it was the
canon.
plus it was the what's his face, the other Ghost Rider,
Today
Yeah.
is the day they
The Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes. That's his name.
But here's
Also,
the reason why it's not canon, because that was part of Perlmutter's MCU.
Also, my apologies, but I must be going, so keep watching the sky. I mean, good luck with your horrible, horrible raid on the U.S. military. Have a lovely night, everybody.
Well, we'll avoid the military for now. Have a good night, Lotus Prince.
wanted.
Alright, thanks.
We're gonna attend the event.
No, the biggest missed opportunity of cinema was not casting Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage,
Bitch breathe his last. I think I'd die.
because Johnny Cage was based off Jean-Claude Van Damme.
We're gonna disguise ourselves in this.
Because Mortal Kombat was originally supposed to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting game.
We're gonna disguise ourselves as policemen, so we
Oh,
can
that's
attend the
going
funeral.
well.
I dig it.
Come on.
Well, don't we just look the part?
We'll cut through the alley to get to the gallows. We keep our weapons holstered, our disguises on, and our wits about us.
Mrs. Adler.
That is a fancy hat.
Might I say, being a fancy woman of Saint Denis suits you.
Gojira Gun, the top of the fourth wall inspired me to design my own spaceship years ago. The Archibald designed the ship, its weapons, even its engine. Needs a redesign at some point.
Nice.
Nice.
You made it out of that predicament, as I remember, Mr. Morgan.
Hello. What's all this then?
You lost your husband.
Thank you, Timmy Tommy. We will get your super chat in a minute. Speak
too
too
soon.
soon. Hello. What's all this then?
Because of Conan. And that is why we will shepherd him to eternity.
Amen to that.
Now keep those fingers off those triggers, because we'll need cool heads and calm dispositions to see this done.
She has a fancy hat and I want it.
Practice what you preach, brother.
Whatever do you mean?
Are you gonna keep your cool? Really? When you seem to lose it all so often now.
This doubting and questioning of yours? I miss the old Arthur.
Don't we all?
You two quit it. We all got a job to do.
Mega Timmy Tommy, there's one more Cage cameo from a recent movie, but I cannot name it without spoiling it. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
I don't, so no spoilers.
Come on.
We got a hanging to witness. Gojira gone. When a felon's not engaged in his employment.
Of an execution.
Tarantara. I was the police captain in Pirates of Penzance.
I have never been in Pirates of Penzance.
You see that? Here, asshole.
Which sucks, I always wanted to do
The
that
foeman
musical.
bears his steel, Tarantara. We uncomfortable feel Tarantara.
Glad we're here.
And despite something, it's been a while. I was in high school when I did it.
I was, however, in Greece twice.
Really?
Yeah! A high school production of it and a college production of it.
Stay here. Don't do nothing.
I'm not even that. While I do like Greece, I'm not that much of a fan that I go out of my way to be in it twice. It just happened in my life.
The crowd came to see a show. We don't want to disappoint them.
Guess they did miss their chance to see John.
The Fourth Wall Kid. What is your favorite Nicolas Cage movie of all time?
Wasn't going to let it come to that.
Favorite Nick Cage movie of all time.
And I guess this isn't the time to question.
I have to think about that. He's had He's had several good ones.
And now
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm having trouble with that one too.
he's cutting in there.
I do like Ghost Rider and Drive Angry.
Oh, I think I have to go with.
Let's go.
I gotta go with Con Air.
Yep. Yep.
Con Air. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Con Air.
Face Off. He's really good.
Oh, Face Off is amazing. Oh, don't forget The Rock. The Rock is great. Ah.
The Rock is also very good. All right, so yeah, they're gonna try to bust him out,
They got a guy up
and if I could go on the roof and stop that guy.
Find a way up there, onto one of these verandas, through a building maybe, and get him. And do it silently.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna do it silently. I want to see this bastard swing.
The very first play I was ever in was Hamlet.
I want to say Macbeth actually, which is also weird that Macbeth was happening in elementary. That it was in elementary school.
Same! I was in Hamlet in elementary school. Nothing like being in a play that's about death in elementary school.
Play about death and insanity, witches, and assassination. We remember regicide. We kill the king in Macbeth.
The king is killing Hamlet too.
Man, what was our elementary schools up to? Also, I'm gonna eat some beans or something because I am losing health. Whoop.
Who was I in Hamlet
Nom,
though? I
nom,
can't
nom,
remember. This was like in
corned beef.
freaking 3rd grade. I cannot remember back that far to remember who I was in that play. I always always wanted to be in the Scottish play, but never got a chance to be. I've been in like 7 different Shakespearean plays, but never the Scottish play. Which is sad, because it's my favorite one. Outside of Hamlet. Hamlet is by far my favorite Shakespearean play, because it's just fun to read about all the death, I guess. I don't think The Lion King was out yet when I was in 3rd grade. I could be wrong. What year did The Lion King come out?
Ooh, critical region highlights. I thought I had that already.
J Manor Productions. If I ever had to make a dark universe, my explanation would be too long for the super chat or chat in general, so I'll share it on Discord instead. You do that. Then yeah, Lion King was not out yet when I was in Hamlet. I was in 3rd grade in '93.
O'Driscoll is one such man. He has murdered, tortured, robbed, stolen, raped, and abused for a decade across 5...
Speaks too soon. I've been in A Midsummer's Night Dream twice. I've only been in A Midsummer's Night Dream once, and I played Puck.
Never was in Midsummer Night's Dream. I talked about this a little bit in the Sandman retrospective. Like, a lot of the fantasy-based ones I never actually saw or participated in.
I loved being Puck.
Where you shall be tried. This is a place where your sentence is to be carried out. And your sentence, Colm O'Driscoll, is that you are to be hanged by the neck until you are dead. This is not a task we take lightly. It is not a task.
Let me find it.
I'm waving to him.
Megan Timmy Tommy, one thing about the first Ghost Rider, I wish they went into more detail about the western town that was so evil they all made deals with the devil and would give him great power. San Vengaza. Yeah, that would have been more interesting to go into more detail on that.
Wisdom, have mercy upon your soul. Whenever you are ready.
Like, all the shocked expressions on their faces. What were you expecting?
Ruined my life.
Sadie...
Morgan, you hear us? Take a shot on these O'Driscolls.
I was also in the Tempest once. I wish we could shoot Mika right now.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers.
Jesse Springer, is that an Old West sniper? Yes, because snipers were around back then.
Oh, yes.
Well, we got it.
I think the first sniper rifle was in the early 1880s. Might have been the early 1890s, but it was in the late 1800s.
Then his eyes open.
The first sniper? Well, that's a loaded question. Because the first sharpshooter existed before the first sniper rifle. Because
That Monza, who just got hung, was Colm O'Driscoll, who was a major asshole to us. He was the one who betrayed us when we tried to be nice and try to arrange a truce.
yes. Also, yeah, they did have snipers in the American Revolution, but they weren't called snipers. They were called sharpshooters back then. the term sniper didn't come into existence until,
Such a worry.
I want to say, around World War One.
I know it's from that Mary.
Mary?
She ain't worth it, Arthur.
Who is?
But the term sharpshooter existed before the term sniper, because that was the original term. The term got switched to sniper for some reason. Language evolving, more likely.
With the newspapers, I understand why. I don't imagine you'll receive this letter, but I nonetheless must send it. Arthur. Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest and softest of dreams. I miss you, and I will always miss you. But I cannot live like that. And it seems you cannot
Must
live
let me
any
go
other
now
way.
and close the ring you gave me many
When
years
I'm
ago,
with
but young
you,
enough because I didn't like it.
The world makes
When
sense.
love is
But
gone, when love is
the
gone,
world is not a world from which one can escape.
we carry with
I'm so
us,
sorry
so we're
for
never
everything.
quite alone.
for everything long ago.
Don't
and
just
for
go with
starting
Dutch's
up
arch
that
nemesis from a
business
rival
again.
gang when Colm murdered his first love in
There's a
retaliation
good
for Dutch
man
murdering his
within
brother.
you, Arthur. But he is
Cara, who are your
not
favorite
someone
movie
with a
composers? Mine are
giant
James Horner, Danny Elfman, John Williams, Alan
John.
Silvestri, John Debney, and Jerry Goldsmith. You listed off a bunch of good ones. Yeah, it's a Dear John letter.
broken my heart.
Yeah, so Danny Elfman, James Horner, and Jerry
And I
Goldsmith
fear
are big
I've
ones for me.
broken yours. And for that, I will never forgive myself.
My favorite, if I had to choose only one, I'd go with Danny Elfman, but that's because I love his music. But we have a
I
few
got an
super
achievement.
coming in. Mega Timmy Tommy. 2 random bad horror movie suggestions I want to share. 13 Ghosts and Ghost Ship. Hey, 13 Ghosts isn't a bad horror film.
It
Wait,
definitely leans more into action horror than
Wait.
outright
Are you
horror.
talk-
But man, they should have included all the backstories and stuff in the actual thing. All right, so
Are you
that's the
talking
Eagle
about the
Flies
original
one.
13
This
Ghosts
is
or the
the
remake?
Rain's Fall.
Because the original 13 Ghosts is just straight up horror. The remake is action horror.
Yeah, well, the original one is loosely horror. I've seen the original.
The original one is actually, in my opinion, worse than the remake.
Oh, Lord, yes. It is not a great movie at all. It's a gimmick movie. It's got
Yeah.
some good ideas and some interesting stuff there. But, yeah, the remake is just much better in every regard.
And the Fourth Wall Kid. If you went to a music concert, who would you go to see? Nobuo Uematsu.
Why am I going over here? Why am I was going to go do a story thing. What am I doing?
Like, if I had to go to a big concert, it'd be Uematsu.
When the time comes, I will. Because it's coming.
Also, yes, that's one of the things that makes the remake of 13 Ghosts great. Matthew Lillard.
Unfortunately, it was during a period where Matthew Lillard was a little obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like Matthew Lillard is better remembered these days because of his role as Shaggy. But let me reassure you guys, Matthew Lillard was very hated for a long time because he was kind of he was as an actor he played obnoxious characters, and in particular what comes to mind with him, I'm trying to remember exact role, but like I'm trying to remember like who to compare him to. Kind of Rob Schneider-esque, where it's just like you get kind of sick of him after a while.
Yeah, but he was still great in Scream.
Why am I having such difficulty getting my horse to just move?
Good,
I'm
you're
trying to get out of the camp.
Bear McCreary is my favorite composer, both for his music and his name. That is a good name.
Susan?
Also, yes, Matthew Lillard is perfect as Shaggy. He is like the living embodiment of Shaggy.
We've had that for so many years.
Why did they smash?
Well, I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and
Okay, I just know that in America they were still using sharpshooter up until the, 1890s, 1900s.
Me too.
Mostly because, of old textbooks that my high school had. Like...
Alright, so let's
Okay.
move this way then to try to get to the story missions now.
Yeah.
I want to tell you exactly how underfunded my high school was back in the early 2000s. The history textbooks that my U.S. history class had mentioned JFK as a recently elected president.
Sorry, I'm just reminded of a bit from MST3K. Like this entire opening segment is just like, Mike, these encyclopedias are way out of date. It says that gravity is a charming theory. It has a picture of Stonehenge, so under construction.
That's basically what it felt like at my high school. The books were so out of date. We had textbooks from the 60s.
Oh my god, why can't I leave the goddamn place? I'm trying to... I would love an Atop the Fourth Wall video game. I would too.
I think it would make a great video game. Although the question is, what style of video game?
Well, someone's talking to somebody. They have to.
I imagine a first-person shooter.
I reckon they just...
Yeah.
I love to talk with Screenwave because they did the AVGN game. I would love to see them expand, do more video game stuff with some of the talent under their belt, because I would be happy to license out. Hell, I'd write the story for such a game. But I doubt this. Harem visual novel. There you go.
Oh.
Damn, do I have to go talk with you have some story stuff in camp, but that's why you can't leave.
Get that horse out of here.
Calm down. All I'm saying, if something happens, we get split up and we meet there. 01 Gila Dam, alright?
I can also see there being a really good way to do a tactical game with, like, an XCOM style tactical game with Atop the Fourth Wall.
Mm-hmm.
There are enough characters.
Leave me be.
Arthur.
Like, I'm trying to get out this way, but I can't take the horse that way for some reason.
Granted, that might be because I just have a fondness for tactical RPGs like XCOM, Fire Emblem.
When does the voting start for the next Event Comics Month? In September. I don't have a set date for it, mostly because I'm going to be out of town the first few days of September.
You don't look very well.
I'm not, Reverend. I fear I'm pretty sick.
I'm so sorry.
You seem well, on the other hand?
Yes, I've stopped all that silly business. I think I'm okay.
Well, that's wonderful news. How?
I don't know. I met a Catholic lady.
I met a Catholic lady, a nun, and we prayed, and it was lifted. The curse was lifted.
The curse was lifted.
They forced you to if you were in camp on your horse. Yeah, but I'm trying to leave the camp is my problem.
All those years I wasted.
Text-based adventure game like Maniac Mansion.
Grim's gonna go down the waterway. If we die, we die. At least we'll, like, you know, respawn somewhere outside of the area we're supposed to. Outside of the area we're supposed to be.
Why do I have a... 1 second.
I don't know why that was so damn hard. Indie game maker, get to work on these ideas. Make the Atop the Fourth Wall first-person shooter a build engine game. I love build engine explosions.
And yes, I have played the Mario Rabbids game. I've played both. I own both. I love both. They are great games.
Patreon slots close next month, right? Wrong. They open next month. Well, I ain't part of any of that crap. I got me some story stuff and a military fort to break into.
A dating sim where the ultimate goal is to romance the entity until he gives up his mission for love.
I dig it.
That'd be hilarious.
There's a hidden dialogue bit in the beginning of the game in the winter camp where Reverend Swanson is reading scripture. It's actually kind of touching. Oh. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not engrossed in every part of the story because we're like trying to focus on the main plot because we've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for a while and it's time to move on.
Yeah, well, like we started like in this. I want to say May.
I don't know what we're gonna play next. Maybe something simpler. Maybe Doom
I say
Eternal.
Spider-Man. Or Doom. Yeah, Doom. I would say Spider-Man.
That's still gonna be pretty story heavy, I imagine.
Kinda.
I want something easier. Plus, or like maybe we'll do Among Us for a few weeks or something like that.
Doom Eternal would be great though. Doom.
Or
is
Tom White has a game out that I can that he did like the score for, and I can do that. Why? Because you want to play Silent Hill by October? That too! And that's going to take up a little bit. And that is story-based, but it's a different sort of game than this. Otherwise, I've talked about this before. We're going to be doing a marathon stream, probably near the end of September, where we do Pokemon Infinite Fusions. It'll be like some of my other marathon streams I've done in the past, like Pokemon Red, completely randomized, randomized with newer gen Pokemon, or the Pokemon Yellow one, where everything was randomized. Plus, I gotta get back to doing those commentary streams for all the storylines. We've still got plenty more of those. They're going to Outlast for October. Any a very underrated horror game. Because, sorry, but I want to do Silent Hill during that time. Which we're probably going to do Silent Hill Homecoming, because I have a copy of it already. Gojiragon, the top fourth wall of the game. Mass Effect meets Doom. I don't think it'll be that intensive. It'll probably be pretty narrative-based. Like something more along the lines of Star Trek Elite Force, where like we have like, each level is a unique map, and we have to just go through that.
You can make an entire level just inside of Neutro.
Could do that. I want to of course have a level on Comicron 1. Maybe we'll do like a trippy Silent Hill-esque one where like we're trapped in like a weird nightmarish version of locales we've seen in the show. Like all my previous filming locations.
That'd be great.
All somehow connected together. Where can we put the futon now? Suddenly it's a room just futons. How about playing Sonic Origins? Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Sonic is always fun.
I haven't done any Sonic games on stream before. What's up?
Just Zach Fetch super chat.
There's like a red.
Your distance would be appreciated. I got places to be.
Like a red appeared on my radar. What's up?
I was just wondering, would you want me to read Zach Fetch super chat? I'm looking up at it. It's about
Yeah, there was like a story. Was it an actual super chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Why wasn't Doug one of the reviewers who disappeared and reappeared in the Entity storyline?
I didn't ask him to do it. I don't recall like specifically asking him to do it, and there were tons of reviewers I didn't ask, and he just was one of them who I didn't.
Okay.
I think I put out a call at the time when we had the big group chat, and Doug was not part of the big group chat.
Gojiragon, atop the fourth wall above the fourth dimension.
I was like, man, I gotta, do some horse maintenance once we're done with some story stuff, because we have done a lot of riding.
Atop the fourth wall game idea. Linkara must review Countdown, Marvel, Tandy in trouble at the same time, and you are out of booze.
My God. So let's take on the U.S. military. This seems like a good idea.
Yeah, always a smart idea to take on the U.S. military.
I see nothing going wrong with this idea.
I see everything going wrong with this idea.
It is a beautiful thing. What are y'all doing? An eye for an eye. We didn't start this, Arthur. They did.
We? This ain't our fight.
It surely is.
Whatever it is you're planning, it ain't a good idea. They want you to fight.
Nobody will be killed.
We're just gonna trap a few of them in the valley, disarm them, tar and feather them, and remind them to leave these boys alone.
You have energy for pranks?
Come on, Arthur. Just tweaking Uncle Sam's nose a little. I need you to help.
Yeah, you're gonna embarrass them, and they're gonna want like a disproportional response, to prove otherwise. God damn it, you're an idiot. I kind of like the idea more of actually attacking the fort, because then it'll just be like, a proper military action. They won't feel ashamed of what occurs. Tarring and feathering them is worse.
Yes! You're humiliating soldiers! People who have, like... Oh, dear God, that is so dumb.
What? Dutch, we gotta...
No, sir. No. Never. But it is mutually beneficial to draw attention to one problem and a veil over another.
These are good, but their situation is real complex. We ain't helping them.
I wish duct tape existed back then.
Come on, let's get this done.
They're gonna slaughter all these people.
We should duct tape Dutch to a freaking tree, but duct tape doesn't exist.
Maybe it's time to invent it. Where's that time traveler? Are you crazy? Is that your problem?
Okay. Hurry, Arthur. I'll plant
This is a stupid plan.
This is a stupid plan.
No, ducks. I don't think air ducks existed either at this point in time.
What about Dutch tape?
They'll play drunk.
the perfect man for the job.
Oh God, this is gonna end badly. Also, Gojira God, we're waiting on your super chat. Oh, there it is. Idea for a game plot. Mecha-Car, Gojira God. Idea for a game plot. Mecha-Car seeks to become a new technumena. His experiments warp reality with variants of past and future enemies spawning everywhere the crew have been, and they must stop him now. Not a bad idea.
It's not bad. I have ideas. Jimmy has fancy plans and pants to match.
Nika plus bomb equals Wile E. Coyote.
Man, if we could blow up Mika, Wile E. Coyote style, that'd be great.
Yes, because then we could blow up and it would create a time paradox, and we could get the catharsis of it.
You've created a time paradox. Dun 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 dun. Someone should do Arkham City because I haven't done that one yet.
Oh, Arkham City is so much fun. In my opinion, it is the best of the Arkham games.
You need to get back to doing stealth games, guys, because I'm so great at them.
Oh yes, the stealth missions.
Stealth mission.
Oh.
My spotter will let us know when they're near. They're coming now. Ah, damn. Patrol's a lot larger than we thought it was gonna be.
Don't worry. That's a good thing.
No! No, it's not!
Here they come. Stay low.
Oh, you are stupid!
You sure you don't want me to man that plunger, Arthur?
No, I got it.
Oh, remove the weight of the world from your shoulders for a minute. Like I said, we're just going to give them a bit of a scare.
There they are. Looks like more than we thought.
It's fine. We're only here to talk.
and administer a little good old-fashioned humiliation. You're owed that, son, at the very least.
Wait for my lead, men.
Everyone just stay calm. We've got the upper hand here. Okay.
Dutch, you're kind of an idiot, aren't you?
Put your hands up! You're surrounded! Nobody need get hurt! Your humiliation of us has gone on quite enough.
This ain't a good idea.
Put down your guns!
You are making a mistake, boy.
No! You're making a mistake. Put your hands up, soldier. Take a little humiliation and leave these fine folks alone.
Who are you?
A concerned citizen.
Is that so?
What now?
We should move. No, not quite yet. Soldier, you and your friend's gonna tuck tail and run off? Run!
Excuse me?
I'm getting bored of this.
Your incompetence is staggering.
Yep. Everyone saw this coming. Dutch, your incompetence is staggering.
Your incompetence is staggering.
That is a soundboard, and you can't hear it. Ah, screw it. I'm going to shorter range weapons.
You damn fools. It's the army. It is one regiment of pastry chefs and bullies. Watch your goddamn mouth. All of you, take what you can, and then we move out.
Don't have to tell me twice. I got me some looting to do. Dutch, I'll follow you in a minute. I got stuff to loot.
Platinum ring. Oh.
Speak too soon. Dang, we're in a tight spot.
That was a platinum wedding band you just pulled off that one soldier.
Was it now?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Woo! Loot the soldiers.
They might have information on them that'll help our friends with their cause.
We need anything my father can use to strengthen our case.
I ain't sure much is gonna strengthen your case after this.
Loot the planet.
Fire Tower Fee. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Dutch just doomed us all.
Dutch just decided to start a beef with the U.S. military. But it's okay, because we got lots to loot.
They're only kids. Keep looking.
The burglar! Dutch, my plan is great.
Everyone, keep your heads down. We're gonna get out of this.
No! No, you're not! Dixon, are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
Try to flank them, Arthur. We'll shoot you in space.
Yes! We need to take out that cannon!
Up the hill.
Stop being infected.
Stop being infected! Serpentine! I'm looting right now, god darn it!
The best option for Arthur right now is to load up Mr. Redemption with all the food he can and just leave. He's not going to. Hey, the correct time and place for looting is everywhere.
Looting, looting, looting. Keep them doggies looting. Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather. I'm gonna loot your bodies right. So much looting.
What are you trying to do?
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Burning ring of looting. Gold wedding ring.
Just steal all the wedding rings.
Went sepia toned.
Where's Peta?
Probably dead.
Riders from the fort, we need to leave.
But where's Peta? Was he killed? He's alive.
Well, that went just about according to plan. I'm trying, Arthur, with everything I have, and I will keep...
I was an ROTC of Air Force. I know nothing about Army tactics.
That's look at me. I'm worried about folk. I know.
You have a cannon. Use it.
Run, son! Run! Come on! This area is gonna be crawling with soldiers in a few minutes. We gotta leave. Now! What about eagle flies? We gotta go, Arthur. Come on! We need to ride hard. Stay with me.
I know I should have stuck behind and done more looting, but...
Yeah. They're firing cannons at you.
Yeah. At that point, the bodies are all, like, you know, gamey and stuff like that. You can barely loot anything.
Yeah.
Alright, let's carry on by foot. Try and sell them a little snake oil. You think? It's all I got. Get out of here. Yeah.
Don't punch the horse.
I'm not trying to.
You're not Mungo.
Also, I'm pretty sure the horses could have handled this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've run through rougher terrain.
Come on. Let's see if there's a way out through here.
Two-step McShooty, horse puncher.
1 second, I am doing this without doing some looting. God damn it, Dutch, you ruined the whole thing.
Actually, I think a good fusion name for a two-faced Green Goblin would be the Split Goblin.
That was some Wilhelming right there.
Yep. Some proper Wilhelming.
There's too many, Arthur. Fall back.
And whose fault is that, Dutch?
I don't know, they keep running into us really stupidly. I feel like we got it just fine.
Also, I think your hat fell off a cliff.
I know. I'll get it back later. Oh no, someone blew up the bridge.
Well, Arthur.
Put your hands up! I said put your damn hands up!
Okay. Okay. Follow my lead.
No!
This is a good one. Hello!
No, it's not.
You keep them hands up and come here. Put your hands up!
Hello, Captain.
Keep your hands up and come here.
Walk away, okay.
We can't do that. Your man... Those men they killed? They were good men. You're fighting nature, Captain.
Get over here!
Ask my friend here. My whole life, I tried to fight change. It's a waste. I see that now. It's waste. You can't fight nature, Captain. You can't fight change. You can't fight.
Geronimo! Wow, that was a terrible plan.
No, it could be dumber. There could be a waterfall. Wait, there's not a waterfall, is there?
I mean, there probably is.
That
It
is
was
worse.
working. Also, the water is very textured today.
Yeah. Look at all those lines in the water.
Oh.
Come here, big boy. Oh, I got you. You're okay. Oh, you're okay. What a mess. I know, but a mess is what we need. Oh, we just escaped from chaos. Eagle flies must have been taken. Taken or killed? Well, we can't go find out. No, not now. Charles, we'll send him. Where is he? He's probably back at camp. Let's split up. I'll go tell him. You rest up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Dutch, you should have pulled Dutch back into the water and tossed him in while you climbed out.
Yep.
Faith, Arthur. Have faith.
All in all, 100% successful trip. I am as the mighty deer. I'm gonna rest by the fire.
Oh dear.
And I'm gonna sleep, because I think we deserve a rest after a very hard day. I would have faith if you didn't keep taking it, Dutch. Tragic music on. Mission complete, favorite sons. Good, my dead eye's been recharged. Ah, good, Mr. Redemption is here too.
Mission failed successfully. The burglar, the Vanderlinde gang, and then it got worse.
And then it got worse. Long arm back empty.
I blame Mika.
Horse weapons. Don't suppose I got my hat back.
What?
Oh boy, this could have gone better.
Yeah, it probably shouldn't have hit you in the face 3 times.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sadie Adler. Let's go see Sadie. That's always a good for a laugh.
Look, when half the people that you went with are either dead or missing, it's a failure.
We killed a lot more of them than they killed of us.
True.
I'm calling this an absolute win.
But you also lost your hat.
I can get my hat back. It's not a big deal. Can you really call any mission you walked away from a failure? The answer is yes. You mistook Mr. Redemption for Mika because he's a jackass.
You can just steal a new hat.
Indeed.
Preferably off of Mika after you punched him in the face.
I like Mika's hats. They're all distressed and worn out. But at least we get to enjoy the nice open countryside.
Yep.
Someday we might meet a time traveler.
Yeah, and a robot.
And a robot.
But can the robot do the robot?
I would hope so. That's what I thought. Oh, wolves are gonna attack me. I got guns. Do wolves have guns? No, they do not. That is why a man is on top of the world.
Now, if the wolves did have guns, that's when you need to run.
Oh crap, the wolves have got guns! There's a movie for you, a werewolf with a gun.
Oh no, it's a werewolf! Oh no, the werewolf has a shotgun!
This werewolf uses silver bullets.
Why has no one ever done that?
I'm sure someone has. I've got to imagine someone at that point.
If nobody has, somebody should. Somebody needs to make a movie where a werewolf picks up a shotgun and starts shooting the people that are trying to kill him.
Try to take him down with silver bullets, and he'll fight back. He's using our own weapon against us. My God, they've evolved.
That's one of the greatest things I love about Gremlins. The Gremlins are already a threat, but wasn't the main villain Gremlin, was it Stripe?
I cannot recall.
He becomes more of a threat at the end of the first film by picking up a gun. It's like, oh God, these Gremlins are already threats. Picks up a gun. Huh. That's oddly enough scarier. J-Man Productions, I got a shotgun. Duel lost.
And how far away were we from Sadie? Bit of a distance, yeah. But I like Sadie, so it's good to see her. You get a gremlin! You get a gremlin!
Seriously though, Gremlins 2 is my favorite. Is one of my Gremlins
2 is phenomenal. I saw
Oh,
Gremlins
yeah.
2 before I saw Gremlins 1.
I think I did as well. I could be wrong.
And even then, I'm actually, it was so long ago, I don't actually remember a lot of what happens in Gremlins.
Well, there's a person who has a sad story about their father dying in their chimney while protecting Santa Claus.
Yeah, I know about that part.
Hey! You there?
The Duke, Eliza, sorry to be that guy, but wouldn't it hurt the werewolf to touch the bullets? Not if the werewolf is careful and wearing gloves.
It's not like he needs to be, hit by the bullet, not like,
You hurt?
Not too bad, at least. But he took my damn leg.
Sorry.
Femmon, there is a Gremlins cartoon. It came out on my birthday this year.
Buell?
Second time a prick name.
Literally on my birthday.
Huh?
Buell was my general when I lost it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, if you see an angry bastard of a horse with my wooden leg, I'd be real grateful.
I'll bear that in mind.
Search nearby for Buell. Hell kind of a name is Buell?
I know that word. Shit, what does that mean again?
You know what kind of a name that is? That's the kind that Tombstone McShooty's got to deal with.
Zach Fett 92. Has Dr. Linksano ever had a run-in with versus SPP Foundation?
Alright.
Probably.
Easy. You're okay. Easy. Whoa. Whoa.
That's what Buell means again. It means hill dweller.
Wait. There, boy. Now, come on, Dan. Let's get you back.
Let's get you back. We'll be a nice guy. Now, Buell's a good name for a horse. I was thinking it was a dude.
Yeah, I can see a horse called hill dweller.
Can't go far with that leg in your stirrup. Can't go bucking him like that. You better be good, you hear? I get the notion he's
Tombstone McShooty, horse whisperer.
no matter how big and strong you are.
Mr. Redemption 3? No, we're not that far. Regular Mr. Redemption is just enjoying the water over there. There we go, Mr. Redemption.
Look at the prosthetic leg just hanging there in the stirrup.
See, he's a good boy. I got good horses on my side.
We ain't far now. Nothing gonna spook you here. Come on.
Rocket, I'm gonna need that leg. Try not to punch the horse. I wasn't trying to punch the horse.
Yeah, just like you didn't try, just like you accidentally did that thing that didn't happen because you reset the timeline.
Exactly.
Mr.
Arthur, you're right. He's a brute.
Hamish Sinclair. Yeah, he's a great horse, aside from when the devil got him. Hey, you want to hand me that leg there, please? And while you're at it, give old Buell a kick for me, would you? I'm only kidding. Thank
Fire
you.
Tower V. I'm going with my sister to Universal Studios September, though we don't know what to do after I heard of the other place near there. Any recommendations?
I have never been to Universal Studios and or Disney, so I have been to I have been to Disneyland once, or Disney World. I don't remember which is which.
Which one did you go to, in California or in Florida?
California.
That's land.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry to say.
So, how is it?
I've only been to Disneyland in California twice and Six Flags in California.
I was only there briefly. I only did Pirates and Haunted Mansion because it was late in the day.
The first time I was there, my brother took me on Splash Mountain, I think 23 times.
You like fishing? You can come with me someday.
I hate the song that was on that ride.
Yeah, well, I'm great, so between the two of us, we do okay. My cabin is right over on the other side of O'Creagh's Run there. Thanks again. You throw me again, you old dumb bastard, I'm gonna put a bullet in you. I'll see you again.
Sometimes it's just nice to be a good guy.
Also, I used to live in Vegas, and there's a lot of roller coasters.
Anyway, back to our mission to go find Sadie and do one last... We'll do one last story, actually, depending on how long it takes to get to Sadie. I'd like to do one last story mission, but I don't know how long Sadie's is going to last. We only got 8 minutes left before we're supposed to clear out here. Get to town, at least.
My recommendation, if you ever go to Vegas, only go to certain buffets because most of them suck. Like,
enjoy the countryside.
Go to the Rio buffet if you're going to go to any buffet. Well, actually, no, I don't know if the Rio's still good. It's been like 4 years since I went to a buffet in Vegas.
People in the chat are throwing out some recommendations. Can you do Rain Falls? Yep. I'm actually moving away from that because I don't feel like doing that right now. So I'm on my way to go do the Sadie storyline, which I don't think we're going to be doing today because we're running out of time.
Yeah, we might be able to get there and save right nearby so we can do it next time.
Yep.
If you're in Vegas, the buffets in Vegas are very weird because it depends on what time of year you're there, which buffets you're going to, what time of day you're going, and...
Sadie's mission won't be that long, but it has lots of shooting. I do enjoy lots of shooting. Kinda, it's like it's in my name or something. Tombstone McShooty. They're close enough that it's showing up on the map.
When I used to live in Vegas, once I used to like going to the most were the Rio buffet because it had this really nice, it had a lot of good stuff at the Rio buffet. Also, I liked the one at the Excalibur, but that's because it had some really good Xiao Pao.
Let me leave. Arthur? Oh, God. Darn it, what's up?
You okay?
What is happening to us?
Just make this place work, Pearson. For now.
Oh, my God.
Sadie?
You okay?
And if you have good Xiao Pao, I will like your restaurant or buffet or anything.
Still working?
Is anybody still working? Whole goddamn place full of people. Bickering, fighting, lying. Makes me real sad.
I know. I need someone to ride with me.
Do what?
Finish off them O'Driscolls. I hear the last of them is holed up at Hanging Dog Range.
There's still some of them left?
I have it in me to kill more O'Driscolls.
I just don't care.
I was a married woman. You know what they did to me. And to my husband? But you're the only one of these fools that I trust. I've got to do this.
I will help Sadie.
I'll tell you what, I'll do it. But there's something you can help me with. Abigail? Jack? John? Make sure they make it. I mean, this whole thing is pretty much done. But when the time comes...
How do you mean?
When the time comes, you help them.
What do you mean?
I mean it. Help them escape. When I... You know, you and me, we're more ghosts than people. Them, they could...
I know.
They could have a wonderful game of their own.
Thank you, Arthur.
Want to ride with me now, or meet me up at Hanging Dog Ranch when you can?
Let's stay behind, because then we can, I think we can save here.
All right.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go see what I can find out.
More importantly, I can see if I can get my hat. I can just move faster than normal. Ugh.
I'm just surprised there's any O'Driscolls left.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, he ain't done yet, Abigail. Dutch seems...
To have lost his mind.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me there are a few more O'Driscolls left. Though it's not going to be much longer.
I don't have to be careful.
Like, we've killed so many of them.
I have you as a friend.
There's always more to kill. Maybe Arthur isn't doing revenge, the most worthless of causes, but it's for Sadie, and Sadie's his friend. It's also because I'm like, I'm role-playing. He doesn't think revenge is completely useless, but for now... Yeah, might as well shave. Or get on a bit of a beard.
This game, like most games, is a role-playing game. Yes, even... That's the funny thing. People like to say that, like, think that, like, RPGs are, like, the only games where you play a role. But no, almost all games you play a role.
Yep. Pomade my hair. Now I
It's
will
just
find
like
my hat.
It's just like in things like Mario, your role that you're playing is a plumber who wants cake.
Let's see. Inspect. Nope. Ah. Change clothing. Hat. Get my stalker hat on.
Yeah.
Excellent. And with that, we can save and call it a day.
Don't you just wish this game would let you save anywhere?
Yeah. Alright. With that, we are coming up on 10 o'clock here. So we're going to call it a night. Unfortunately, we are not going to be back next week because, as I said, I am doing no BrandCon this coming weekend. Do you get it? And if you're in Wisconsin, please, come visit, see me. I got lots of merch to sell. I'm going to be doing a live show. Vegan and I will be doing a panel on how to be a YouTuber. We might provide some helpful advice. Otherwise, I want to thank you, Liza.
Oh, it's great being here.
And Lotus Prince, who had to duck out after the first hour. Next time, and also, of course, we're not doing any of the Mistress Doom stream either this Thursday. We will resume that next week. Thank you all, and have a great rest of the day. Or night, I suppose, because it's like 10 o'clock now. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.